Welcome back. So today we've got a brand new colorway in the pots, and we're doing a different style of dyeing than I've shown you before. This is what I would call well, it's not really a high immersion dye. It's my version of a high immersion dye, if that makes any sense. There's definitely a lot more soak in here than we would normally work with. So let's get to it. I guess I should tell you which colorway it is, right? Brand new colorway is called Talk Birdie to Me. That's right, not dirty, Birdie, as in the bird. Should be up on the website now if you want to go check that colorway out, or wait to the end and I will show you the big reveal, of course. So we've got a whole lot of soak in here. If you haven't seen already, I've got 2 large cups of soak in there, and we are basically going to take this dye and just kind of fan it back and forth across the yarn itself. Now, if this was a true high immersion dye, there would be even more water than this. The yarn would almost be floating. I still like to try and get those quick color changes when I'm doing colorways like this. So I'm going to call it a medium immersion dye. Invent new words while I'm at it, right? So we've got our yarn in there, we've got our soak in there, we've got our dye in there. There's a whole lot more water you can see right off the hop, and what that does is basically allow this dye to move really far across the yarn. So we're still getting patches of blues and browns and things of the sort. We've got some chestnut in there, we got some bright blue, and a little bit of gray. Of course, I like to throw gray in there just to kind of eat up some of that white. And then when we cook it and flip it, we've still got a lot of white on this side. But long story short, lots and lots of water allows that dye to travel further. What this also does is it tends to eat up the white a little bit faster. So we get less white in the finished product, but we also get a little bit more, let's call it muddying, if I'm making up words, a little bit more muddy than it usually is. So those colors really blend together. There's no ridges, there's no valleys. We want everything in the pot to kind of play. So when I'm doing stuff like this, I like to try and fit maybe like 2 colors in there. Anything more than that and stuff starts getting lost. So we're going to do another bright blue on this side. Now you are going to see this is a little bit deeper, and I actually find that the line that I'm drawing here doesn't quite spread out like it does on the front side. So I find it's just a little bit more concentrated on the back than on the front. So we've got lots and lots of blue on this side. Next, throw just a little bit more in there. Sorry, a little bit too much white for me. We're going to take and toss a little bit more gray, of course. This one a little bit darker, and this is going to create quite the contrast on the finished piece. So we're going to get some dark blues, some light blues, just lots of things playing around. And then we've got that chestnut on the front side, which is also playing into the blues. It's quite hard to get this mixed up, but one thing you do want to do, because we're actually going to take this a step further, is we want the yarn to be on the top of the water. I need some of that yarn to be exposed so that I can add some sprinkles. Now what we're doing here is like a bright grape juice purple, and it's really going to take and play into that blue. Blues and purples go hand in hand without a doubt. Blues and grays actually go really well together, as it has it, but yeah, I really wanted just a shot up color when it came to this side. So we've added some purple, and I know it's not coming through here, but I'm going to get these things cooked up for a good 15 minutes or so. Then you'll see. Does it come through? Not really. That's okay. When we skein them up, you're really going to see that purple come through. On this side of things, I'm going to make a request. Do you mind heading over, hitting that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and maybe drop a like on this video? It'd really mean the world to me. And if you don't like what you see, that's okay. You can always unsubscribe later. Anyways, so what's left in the pots is basically nothing. I will mention, if you're doing sprinkles, let it cook for a good long while. That's a real big saturation of dye in a single spot, and you really don't want it to take and bleed out. So if you let it if you let it cook for a while, those speckles will hit, strike, and stick. And if I can get a skein here that really showcases, I think this one will right there. Get these twisted up. Yeah, look at those speckles. You can see those purples really coming through there. Absolutely beautiful. It really plays with that blue. I really like this combination. I do. This one is based on a bird, but it's also screaming just a nebula or something like that. You know, a space theme. There's the purples. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. So we've got those chestnuts and those grays. Just a really rich combination there. They play really, really well together. And then we've just got that hint of color with that purple speckle on the one side. Oh, absolutely stunning. I love doing medium immersion dyeing. I know I don't do it a lot, but it just, I don't know. Maybe that's why I enjoy it so much. I don't do it all the time, right? Something new, something exciting. Let's get it on the swatch here. I just wanted to show when we're spinning this at full speed, and I know most of you aren't going to be spinning this at full speed, but we're probably doing about 44 stitches a second here. I really get a good idea if there's going to be a pattern that emerges or any kind of pooling or anything like that. In this colorway, it is highly variegated. There isn't much really, you know, pooling up on one another. So I think if you were looking at a sweater or something like that, this colorway would really just kind of pull together quite nicely. Another thing I love about the high immersion is that dye goes down into the skein nice and far. Yeah, these purples aren't really coming through in this light, but let's get it into the light box here. There we go. You can really see those colors playing together. Like I was saying, sorry, if you're doing a sweater or something like that, I think this colorway would really pull quite nicely. You would have a very uniform cardigan or anything like that. So this is our DK weight base, which usually dyes a little bit lighter. This one here is very, very close to our fingering weight. So that was quite the surprise. I love when that stuff kind of happens here. Sorry, I've got a knot. There we go. Got it off. This is our DK weight base. We've got 2 ties. One of them is going to be 4 strands. One of them is going to be 2 strands. The 2 strands you can just pull off. The 4 strands is going to be the start and the end of your hank. Now I'm noticing this one kind of tucks in behind. So let's get this wrapped up a little bit onto the Swift, like so. That way when this thing's spinning at full speed, I don't have to worry about getting tangled up on anything. So as you can see, this strand here is on the outside of the hank, which is perfect for my caker. Into the guide. Around 1, 2, 3 times. Oh, there we go. And then if I can hold this center pull in, oh, spun the wrong way on me there. It's all right. Center pull's nice and tucked in. Crank up this caker. DK weight is about 200 meters, so it takes a little bit to get it all wound up into a cake, but once it's done, I just wanted to take and show you my favorite part about cakes as well. So, oh, a little bit of a tangle. There we go. All right, got the end. Look at that. Nice uniformity across the entire hank. Generally, when I cake up a colorway, if I see that there's like a really, really dark area around the outside or the inside, and then, you know, the opposite is a little bit lighter, I know that dye didn't really go as far into the hank as I wanted to. I didn't mix it well enough. But you can really see, if you look at the overall look at this cake, it is the same color on the inside as it is on the outside of the cake. And that's just, it speaks volumes, right? That make sure that everything kind of plays well together. So let's do some pairings. My favorite part of these videos, honestly. So here we have Talk Birdie to Me. Up beside that, we have some Neon Nights. Now this is playing into that blue-purple side of things. And then I think we're actually just going to go lighter with the rest of them here. So up beside that, we have Astronaut Dreams. I find these purples play really, really well together. And then beside that, we have Serene Oasis. It just kind of plays into a little bit of a lighter purple, kind of starts to hint into the pink side of things. Still lots of gray, of course. Then beside that, we have Dream Big. This one here. It's got that really, really light pink, light purple, kind of a touch of the chestnuts, and it's actually got some chestnut sprinkles into it. And then beside that, we have the First Frost, which is a really beautiful colorway, nice and light. Again, plays into that chestnut. So from light to dark, absolutely gorgeous fade. Check it out on the website. Recommendations just below the main photos. Let's do some semi-solids while we're at it. So we have Speak Birdie to Me. Beside that, this is our dark blue. So really plays into the blue of this Hank. Up next to that, we have Grape Juice. I find we've got two purples. We've got a plum and we've got a grape juice. The plum is a very saturated purple. The grape juice is a little bit more forgiving on that side of things. Beside that, we have Midnight on the far right. Then on the far left here, that is our Mouse Gray, which honestly, I pull for just about every colorway. I really do. And then, of course, if I've got Mouse Gray, I'm going to pull the Chestnut just to kind of finish things off here. So check them out. Recommendations on the website. It is time for that big reveal, of course. Here we go. Beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Those purple speckles really coming through here. Play so well with this blue. I absolutely love it. There's that swatch, knitted swatch. Last photo of every listing on the website, of course. And the big reveal is that bird. I actually believe this is a lilac breasted roller. I could be wrong, but I believe that's the bird. So Talk Birdie to Me, available on the website as we speak. Thank you so much for stopping by. Absolutely love having you. We'll see you again next time.